Dungeon Doomhands. Let's Talk Lore, a podcast.
All right. Welcome back to Let's Talk Lore, where Chris and I discuss Dungeons and Dragons things. Hit the subscribe if you like this, and enjoy. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about some mind flayers and lithids. I feel like that's going to be not like the whole conversation, but it's going to spring. Yeah. So tonight we're going to start with creating. We usually end our segments with creating an NPC, but tonight we're going to start with creating one. Chris?
Well, currently we're in the town in the Underdark in the past of Strahd. Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch of mind flayers there. Yes. And we haven't built a mind flayer yet. So we're going to build a random person from the town. We're going to have to flip a coin to see which group that he's with. Well, let's start with that. Spencer, I'll flip the...
You flip the coin.
Okay, you tell me. I got a Sacagawea coin.
Flip it.
Sacagawea, or you want a John Tyler?
John Tyler feels like that's a Shrezzle. So,
Shrezzle? John Tyler, heads is Shrezzle.
Colony, and
Tails, the Statue of Liberty is Vessel.
Statue of Liberty, Vessel Colony, I like it.
Ready?
It's essentially blue versus gray.
It's the heads.
Vessel.
So
this person is going to have some weird connection with Jake, who, for those of you who haven't been following,
could be Jake's father.
Have been following along. Yeah, it could be Jake's father. Could be Jake's...
I forgot. What's his name? I don't remember the name.
Of?
Jake's two fathers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. What a weird... Okay, so... It's going to be a mind flayer. So one of the things that I had a question about was mind flayers, elder brains, and ceramorphs. Do they have a, like, I mean, they all have telepathy, so they can communicate to each other like that. But I feel like the elder brain, doesn't the elder brain have a special, there's no special link to his offsprings?
Well, the elder brain has a connection to... all the mind flayers within a certain radius.
Right.
I personally have not run a mind flayer, so I haven't done the deep research on them. But your mind flayers have telepathy, and it's like the elder brain is a super version of a mind flayer.
Okay, so this mind flayer can be controlled by the elder brain, just like all of the colony's elder brain. Or mind flayers, but when they're in their own mind flayer colony, this is that character. So it's like what he does is in the benefit of the colony always. It's like ants. They have different, one that you have a digger, you have a whatever forger, whatever it is, but they all work collectively as a whole for the better of the colony.
Yeah, sort of with the supervisor, overseer of the elder brain.
I was reading this because we're going to have a topic later on elder brains, but also on role-playing. And I was reading this one book from our famous Jeff Ashworth called Proactive Role-Playing. It's the Game Master's Handbook. This is afterward by yeah, I guess it's here. It is Jonah and Tristan Fishfell. Guidelines and strategies for running PC-driven narratives. So this sort of goes around role-playing. And one of the things that I said was maybe before you even get going in your particular character, maybe you roll a little bit of, make it random, the objective and the reason and the complication about the person, right? So why don't we try that instead of, we usually come up with like a weird thing and then we roll. Let's roll for it. We'll split them.
You do the first and third, I'll do the second, since I already flipped the coin.
What he's going out to do, I guess. And this is essentially for PC, like player characters, but this can be used for NPCs too, because that's what an NPC is to me as the Dungeon Master. Anyway, so I got a 5. So his objective is to defend a group or settlement from an impending attack.
It makes it...
Yeah, it's pretty...
Also, we don't know the sex of the Mind Flayer.
That's true, not yet.
You gotta get the name
an impending
after
attack.
these
They
pending
think
attack.
it's coming, right?
Or not necessarily.
That's coming on.
They might know that, like, the whole city has been alerted, so they're gonna know that this is an attack. So I think it still fits.
The reason. So my character wants to defend a group of settlement or settlement from an impending attack because of
What am I rolling?
reason. 1d20.
D20. That is a 4. I thought it was a 1 for a moment.
Dying family member or friend.
Okay.
The elder brain.
Assets.
That's crazy. And then complication is but. There it is, 13. Finally breaking the 10. That's the highest roll of the evening. But 2 other groups are involved in the same goal. Wow.
So now you have to come up with 2 other groups.
Yeah. Well, he's part of the.
Oh, well, I'm thinking, but they're trying. Strezzel, Vessel, and Alfil.
Trying to do the same thing. So it's funny because the way I had it was there was only an elder brain left of the vessel colony. Then you guys went back in time and you see this prosperous city, and it's saying that this particular person that we're going to create, something happened where the city died, but he's defending for an attack because of a family member that died, but there's 2 other groups trying to do the same thing. That's interesting.
Well, here's one thing you're saying. It could be the elder brain, not necessarily is dead, but is out of communication with them because his range is being interfered with from the influence of the other elder brain that's there. So it could be multiple groups of their same people that are trying to defend the city, but they can't coordinate the way that they normally do telepathically, so they're hitting each other with their attacks and attacking each other randomly. There could be 3 big factions of the same colony trying to defend, but they can't communicate.
Oh yes, well, that's gonna be good because I mean they can communicate because they have. Well, we'll talk about that. How to play 2 different factions at the same time because I have interesting. So all right, so we're gonna treat him or her like an NPC. So let's figure out let's figure out the gender so I can verse, but I feel like it doesn't really matter at this point.
No.
Let's do the gender.
Okay.
Be a mind flayer.
Okay. Sacagawea, the female mind flayer.
Wow. Sacagawea.
The eagle, it's the male. It is a Sacagawea, so we got another female mind flayer in the house.
Wow. Maybe. Wow. Okay. So it's female.
Yeah. Maybe Sprock's mom.
All right. I'm gonna roll for a name.
Yep.
Let's see. So what table should we go from? Should we go from Underdwellers, right? All right, I'm going to look at the second page of Underdwellers. I feel like, wow, there's a third page. Let's go page 3. All right, here we go. First name. 5. Gesslyn.
That works.
Gesslyn.
Gesslyn.
Gesslyn. Gesslyn.
All right. D20 for a last name. And 11. Hicruoxus.
Gesslyn. Let's see. Maybe you don't pronounce all the. Gesslyn Cruxius. Yeah, that's right. Cruxius. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of these names are weird. All right, so
it's a mind flayer, so you expect it to be a weird name. Weird for us, at least.
Okay, so they have a motivation. No, what was the thing that they said?
Yeah, their goal is to defend their city against other factions
because of a family member who died. But 2 other groups are trying to do the same thing. All right. Okay, so based in our town, there's a bunch of crystal mining. It's essentially a crystal mining town. And the vessel colony are friendly, and the Strezzel colony are trying to overthrow the vessel colony and get at it. I don't think that they are friendly to the dwarves, who the vessel colony and the vessel colony and the gnomes were sort of a symbiotic relationship, and they would offer up, their newborns or an old family member or whatever to the vessel colony in exchange for maybe some sort of knowledge or protection down in the Underdark.
Or who knows what.
So that's where we are. But this is a Strezzel, so trying to essentially lay siege to the town. That's what's happening right now. So I'm going to play her in our session at some point. But
I'm excited.
There's a brief description of her, and I'm going to roll that with this big die right here.
Oh, nice one.
These are what are these Kraken? Yes, my wife got me a Kraken dice for Christmas. These are one of them. It's pretty good. Good roll. Good feel to it. Good weight.
Nice.
14. So Geslin Krushix, Krushix, with tattered white robe, long white hair, and missing one arm. With a tattered white robe, long white hair, and missing an arm. That's very funny.
Arm in the attack, the siege.
You know what's really hilarious, and I hope people laugh when they hear this? Just enjoy the story. The last time we did an NPC, which was 2 weeks ago, that person had no limbs. So we are like...
We're going down on the number of limbs. The last one, Debo Borgenine was missing 2.
Yes, she was missing all of them. All limbs.
Just 2 robotic ones. I thought she had 2 regular ones.
Oh, well, I made her with there's a story. Wants and needs. So she's tattered white robe, long white hair, and missing one arm.
Wants and needs. Let's do this. At 20.
Wow. Wants and needs. Who thinks they've discovered a new bat species?
That's how she lost an arm. Them Underdark bats.
And then that's so funny, a new bat species. But what kind of bat species is that? We're gonna make it. We'll have to build them. Secret or obstacle. So she has one arm, she has white hair and a white robe. She thinks she discovered a bat species, and 6. And who can speak with animals but finds them pretty boring.
Geslin Perxius needs to be Sprock's mama. She lost the father trying to talk to the bat. That's how she lost the arm.
She was a druid in her previous life, and the ability to communicate to animals has stayed with her into her mind flayer self during the Ceramorphosis.
She didn't have to be a druid, she could be a ranger.
A ranger. Could be Matt's mama.
Still could be Sprock's mama.
No, we're gonna roll for it. Could also be a wizard.
Could be a wizard.
Also carrying one more roll, and then we'll roll her stat.
Let's do it with this. A 16.
Also carrying brass knuckles, a small pencil, and a journal inscribed with poems.
Brass knuckles, a pencil, and a journal. Don't mess with the Geslin on open mic night.
That's so funny. Okay, so what do you think? Pretty good, right?
Pretty good.
I like the way that these tables, dungeon masters and players, use your tables. They make answering questions very easy and pretty funny. Let's roll for stats. You go strength. I think I did strength the last 2 times. So you go strength.
Okay. Well, I need an extra die. We're doing 4d6, drop the lowest. You got she's strong. 13.
Nice. All right. Dexterity.
I mean, she lost the one arm, so the other's trying to compensate. So she built up a decent bit of strength on that one.
So who knows what?
She lost many arms.
So she's not very. She's got an 8 dexterity.
Perfect.
She's not very.
No, she's clumsy. It fits. I got 4 4s and a 6. That's a 14.
Wow. So she can take some poison.
She lost someone, so she's been drinking for a while.
Yeah, she's
She's an alcoholic.
Strong immune system. Intelligence. She's intelligent. So she's got a 15 on intelligence.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, guys.
She may have learned to speak with animals because she's that intelligent.
It's true.
She may not have any history there. Wisdom, let's see. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. A 16.
Wow. So she's wise too. I mean, she's a mind flayer. She can pipe into the Elder Brain's thoughts.
Well, she might have been wise, and her intelligence could have come from the colony. Yeah.
You know, she lost an arm. She is old. She has white hair, white robe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's an elder. Maybe the Strezzel colony dressed their elders in white. Once you reach a certain point of like recognition, maybe the Elder Brain is like draped in white things. Charisma.
I rolled wisdom. You rolled charisma.
16.
Yeah, I rolled wisdom 6. You have 16 charisma too? Better than Volnag.
Explain the charisma. Volnag the Great, also known as Lolo. Maybe Volnag goes by Volnag the Great to outsiders, and then Lolo to friends. Like, bow down, Volnag the Great. And it's like, you mean Lolo? And we're friends.
That sounds good.
So try to explain the charisma.
The charisma. So she's wise, smart, extremely charismatic, bottom heavy there. A 16 charisma? Well, before we explain that charisma, since all three of those are crazy, let's roll her class. I think that could give us some guidance on that. So we're going to D12. Oh, that's the 20. D12. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up the classes. Let's have it here.
It's going to be... I don't think we need another artificer.
No, so we can start with barbarian. Okay. He's not barbarian. A bard. That works. That's her charisma. She's a bard.
And what about... So...
That changes a lot.
That's very funny.
Well, here's the thing. What is she a musician, an artist? But she's a poet because she has poetry.
So
she has a book of poetry.
Like she's got to sing, right?
Well, she doesn't have. She can be a slam poet, spoken word poet. She doesn't have to sing. She can recite.
She's gonna have an item with a personality. I just want to roll one of these, and we'll move on to the next topic. 168. You give me the personality in the items, and I will tell you what it is. So she's gonna have. Roll me a good. It's either good, evil, or good.
Good or evil? Even, good, odd, evil.
Okay.
That's an odd, so she's evil.
All right. So the object that she has, whenever she plays, I'll roll a d20 here. 7 is this item never speaks in more than a whisper, but inspires envy and jealousy with every hushed utterance. It desires to destroy anything that makes it feel inferior, and it influences its wielder to do the same. These are all adding up to be...
I was thinking what her instrument of the bard, what her thing could be. It's her pencil. The pencil that she has is a magic item with a personality that's evil. That is whispering to her as she writes.
You're good. I feel like you're better at riddles than you play. I think you're playing like Chris as a riddler, as a guy who deciphers riddles, solves them. I think you're like A+. That was great because this is a riddle. This item never speaks in more than a whisper. It's a pen, and it inspires envy and jealousy. It could be a pen.
It fits with what she has and everything else for it. I play the characters the way that I think they should be played. So if most of my characters are stupid,
you're riddling, solving riddles, whatever role that is. It has a max at it. That's not that bad. The whole group is like one. All you need is one person that's good at riddles. I'm absolutely atrocious at them. It would be embarrassing.
Under pressure in a game, I'm terrible.
Like,
sitting here making up a person.
Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Just kill me. Anyway, so we got Gesslin Icrixius. She's a Strezzel colony mind flayer who is invading the town of Striad. She has white hair, a white robe, and she's missing an arm or a leg. No, one arm.
One arm.
She is trying to defend the town, or defend against an attack.
And there's 2 other factions trying to do the same thing.
And there's 2 other factions who thinks she thinks she discovered a new bat species.
Mm-hmm.
But her goal was the impending attack, and there's other 2 species.
She's doing it because of a promise she made to someone she loved.
That's right. That's good. So
the story that presents to me my riddle mind is her partner or whoever, they were out looking for animals, and she was helping, trying to discover this new species of bat that she thinks she found. But when they found it, it tore off her arm and killed her loved one, who made her promise to always follow the colony or something. And she's trying to fulfill that with her words. After she lost her person, she began to write out her sorrows in poetry. She turned to the arts to get over. And found she was back out there hitting the bars. She came across a pencil at a random shop, and as she was writing, she started to hear some whispers.
And dimly accent came in.
And then she had a baby named Sprock.
And then a drow came in, and they just had one hell of a night, and Sprock was born.
Well, Aranis is there.
But
is Aranis a drow?
Into the ceremony,
yeah.
I guess. Is a elf/drow, and he's ashamed of the drow. His father left him when he was young, or something like that, or maybe the mother left, and that's the story of him.
Yeah.
And now he's a Ceramorph, and maybe his mom was a mind flayer. It can't be because he's an elf drow. His dad was a drow, but you never know.
Yeah.
Could be.
Well, he might have been born. His mother might have left because she became a mind flayer.
How
old is he?
Who?
Sprock is like 100-something years old, right?
And his father's name. Wait, how long ago was that session?
The Oracle session. I think that was.
So that was before.
That was like 10 or 12 sessions ago, I believe.
Sword of Tranquility.
I wrote his name down somewhere.
Crystal Dungeon. Yeah, I think Team Ships character. What was his?
Let me find it.
It's something stupid. No, not stupid. It's like perfect. Give me a second. This book is fantastic, guys. It says a lot of notes in it. Goblins. Haha Pinkerton. Vessel Lumithric. It's not Doorknob. Brascrat Nibus. No. It was the Oracle?
Yeah, because he ate the Oracle's brain. I believe so. Where's the Oracle? Because that was when he got... he got like a massive lore dump.
Crowley Quimby.
Crowley Quimby.
So, Crowley Quimby, guys. And who's Tikavin Petrie? Oh, that's the vessel. That's the Strezzel colony. Petrie. No, yeah, Tinkavin.
Has taken over Trident with propaganda.
Yeah. Marigold Dog's Body.
That's the Oracle. No, Marigold Dog's Body is the Gray Sage.
We're gonna be right back.
This is Valley. Valley sacrificed himself because he only rolled low. Don't be a Valley. Roll high and subscribe.